All right, hi everybody. First time ever going live to do a predictions video like this. Let's go ahead and oop, and there I am. So yeah, guys, welcome to my first ever live stream for a predictions video. Um, this is going to be predicting the numbers for Sasuke 42, and I'm going to start with some competitors that weren't in Sasuke 41 first, and then go in order of where they ran in last year's tournament. Okay, so let's begin here. So these are my Sasuke 42 number predictions. Um, like I said, I'm going to start with some competitors that weren't in Sasuke 41 first, and then go in order of where they ran in 41 if they were in the tournament. So let's get started here with our first Koji Saikawa. Koji Saikawa, he's a speedy celebrity who missed out on Sasuke 41 due to a scheduling conflict. It does seem like Inui wants him to be the first clear when he is on the show. So I am going to give Mr. Koji Saikawa number 10. Um, that's how Inui had him early in the lineup in like Sasuke 38, Sasuke 39, Sasuke 40. I think he was like, I want to say it went in 38, he was 4. No, that was 39, he was 14. 38, he was 16. And 40, he was 10. So if you want somebody to clear early in the lineup, if this is a newbie's guy to clear, to be the first clear. All right, Hideki Ijima, another celebrity. I think he's gonna get number 41. Um, he did have a memorable debut in Sasuke 39. He cleared stage 1, but failed the rolling log. He wore number 41 the last time he was on the show, I believe, in Sasuke 40. So he will end up likely again at 41. I feel like celebrities on the show end up getting numbers like ending in 1 for some reason. I don't know why. Um, except Iwamoto because he's always getting 88. But yeah, Jima, if he comes back, number 41. All right, next up we got Hitoshi Kano, our old friend, um, member of the Shinsekai, Sasuke 23 finalist. I'm gonna say that he gets number 34 here. If he chooses to come back, I know he's had some struggles with injuries, so who knows if he's going to choose to come back. Um, whether that be this tournament, whether that be ever. Um, he hasn't had much success recently either. He hasn't gotten past stage 1 in almost a decade, 9 years now. He got, I believe, number 44 in Sasuke 40. So 34 is not that much off from that 44 that he got 2 years ago. So next up, we've got, apparently I did not type his last name. We got Yoshinori Isa, an established competitor and a former Black Tiger who took last year off the train more and be extra ready for this year. He was kind of frustrated, I believe, with not being able to clear the cliffhanger dimension or the cliff dimension as it's called now. But I'm gonna say number 33 for Isa. Um, I really hope he's ready to give it another shot this year. It's always a joy to see him out there. He has established himself as one of the top contenders in modern Sasuke, so it'd be great to see him back out there. All right, next up we got Ninja Legend Kane Kasugi. After missing out last year due to injury, I think he's gonna get, just like he did in Sasuke 40, number 91. Um, it's gonna be great to see Kane out here again. Hopefully he can keep his perfect stage one clear rate up. Um, would love to see. I feel like 91 is just a number that makes sense for somebody as legendary as Kane because obviously he can't get number 100 because that is reserved for a certain guy. But now moving on to competitors who were actually in Sasuke 41, starting off with everybody's favorite joke competitor, Katsuhide Torisawa. I'm gonna give Torisawa number 3 here because although he doesn't get it every year, he usually will end up here as pretty much, um, I shouldn't say the lone joke competitor, but probably the most, by far, the most prominent joke competitor on the show. All right, next up, we got Boru Nissan, the Wall Fairy. I'm going to say number 7 always gets numbers around this range, and hopefully Boru Nissan doesn't get cut because I believe in 39 they actually got to like the Fishbone Kai or something, which is not bad for somebody who's running in freaking costume. Next up, we have Breakout Star, who made the stage 3 last year. We got Yuta Yamashita. I'm going to give him a very respectable number 75. Um, I don't know if Inui's going to move him up or if he's just going to keep him low like he does Saikawa to maybe get a chance at somebody at getting a clear like really early within the first 20 runs or whatever it is. I think he was number 16. He was the first clear last year. Also, sorry if my voice sounds a little bit raspy. I'm struggling with some allergies right now. All right, next up, we got another joke competitor, probably not as prominent as Torisawa, but still a joke competitor nonetheless. We got Takashi Honma. Honma, number 17. He's always in this range. There's really no other explanation. He's kind of a joke competitor at this point. Um, well, I mean, I shouldn't say he's kind of, he is a joke competitor at this point. So I got like some little bare bones notes here. So if I repeat anything and I just don't sound like I'm making any sense, that's probably why. But yeah, Honma, number 17. Next up, we got um, the 3 high schoolers who will end up winning this year's Sasuke Koshin. Um, I'm going to say that they will get the numbers 35, 36, and 37. They got 33 through 35 last time, but those numbers are taken now by Issa and Kano, so they'll have to settle for 2 numbers later, each of them, respectively. And next up, we got the trials qualifiers. Um, I'm going to have them running right after the Koshin like they did last year, 38, 39, 40. So they get moved 2 spots back too. And their Koshin winners took over 2 of their old spots because they had 36, 37, 38 last year. So pretty much the same for both the Koshin winners and the trials qualifiers. Next up, we have the youngest stage 1 clear in history, 14 years old, Kaio Nagano. I'm going to say that Mr. Nagano Jr. here is going to get number 48. I have a feeling Inui is just going to keep him early just to spread out the field a little bit. And I mean, I don't think he's going to be the first clear if all of these predictions somehow end up being right, but he'll be one of the first clears. Um, Next up, we have the other youngster who cleared last year, Yuta Nakashima. I'm gonna say he runs right after Nagano Jr. at number 49. Inui has put him and Kaio back to back both times they've been on Sasuke, and Sasuke 40 it was Nakashima 13, Nagano 14. Then it was Nagano 41 and Yam and not Yamashita. Nakashima 42 and 41. So next up we have Hayato Takasuka. He is technically a black tiger. So I mean he is a black tiger along with Nakashima technically. And I'm gonna say that he runs right after Nakashima again at number 50. Um, they usually run together, the Black Tigers, unless your name is Yoshiyuki Yamamoto and you end up having that great success of uh, getting to the final stage, never failing stage one or two so far, in five straight attempts, which, you know what, I'm just going to save it for Yoshiyuki's. I'm going to save it for Yoshiyuki's prediction. All right, next up, we've got the new stage one speed record holder, Hayate Kajihara. I'm going to give Kajihara number 45 here, just um, one number later than he was in 41. I believe he was number 44, if I recall correctly. Um, Inui keeps putting Kajihara early, despite how he keeps making stage three, so I'm just not going to predict him late anymore. I'm going to say he's got to stay early now, and he's definitely a contender for the fastest time. Next up, we have a breakout celebrity star. We have Wasabi. Wasabi, I'm going to give him number 72. Um, Absolutely very surprising. Wasabi is somebody, with all due respect, he was somebody that I never thought would even make it past stage one or even get remotely close. Um, but because he's a celebrity, I knew he might take notice and put him a little bit higher. Um, at 72, the last 20 runs, at least in my predictions, are going to be so loaded. He wouldn't be able to fit in the last 20. Otherwise, I'd probably put him there, but for this tournament, number 72. Next up, we have World Cup announcer. He's been on Sasuke a couple times before. Koki Takayanagi. Actually gotten somewhat close to clearing first stage on Sasuke 40, and then he had that twin diamonds exit last year in 41. But I'm gonna say Takayanagi number 24. Mr. World Cup announcer, like I said, I believe he's the second share. Probably going to end up with an early number, and he's definitely a contender to be the second clear of the day. Um, if after Saikawa, if this prediction or that sequence ends up coming true. But next up, we've got another celebrity. We've got Rin Segata. Mr. Celebrity Shingo, I guess you could call him because of his Silk Slider fall, but I'm going to give Segata number 42 here. Him and Ajima ran back to back in 40, and I know at least on set, it looks like that they're really good friends along with Sukata and Iwamoto. Um, but I think yeah, him and Ajima are gonna run back to back. And Sageda has gotten low numbers besides his debut, and I believe that was 38. I think he got yeah 74 and 38, number 20 in Sasuke 39, 42 in 40, and then 50 last year in 41. So yeah, 42 stays number early, runs right after Ajima. We got Masashi Hioki up next. I mean, I might as well just pull up a random number generator and just ask it to choose a number between 1 and 99 here because Masashi Hioki, he could literally get any number. Um, but I mean, I will say that he's been consistently kind of staying in the 50s a little bit. Um, 50s, and he might have been 60 a couple times or 40 a couple times. So, but this year I'm gonna say number 54. Um, like I said, he usually goes in the 50s, so it might be a little bit easier to predict him than normal. I've actually, I don't remember if I got him right, but I was pretty dang close to actually predicting Hioki perfectly last year. But next up, we've got the cool course guy. Now that Matsuda's not around, Shuzo Uchimiya. Uchimiya, all jokes aside, Uchimiya is actually a pretty good ninja, Geo as he's known on Twitter. I am going to give him number 62. He wore 52 in last year in Sasuke 41 in his breakout run. I'd love to put him later on, but like I said, the last 20 numbers are going to be absolutely stacked. And also Daisuke Matsuda, when he competed, he never really wore that high of a number. I think his highest was like it was somewhere in the 60s, and it was like when he first started competing before they really like repeatedly started showing up every year, made him a mainstay of the show. Then after that, I think it was mostly like 40, 30s and 40s for Matsuda. But Uchimiya, I think he has a decent chance of being in the 60s here. So 62. Next up, we have definitely the biggest breakout star from Sasuke 41. We got Ryosuke. Sorry about that. Ryosuke Miyaoka. Um, now this is probably one of my hottest takes in this whole predictions video or this whole predictions live stream. Um, I'm gonna say Miyaoki. Jeez, why can't I speak, man? Miyaoka. I'm gonna give him 97. Hear me out. Tying for first place with Yusuke is a hell of an accomplishment. Like, take notice, man. This guy is a threat to win it all. Um, Inui, hopefully he saw in this one tournament that this guy is not going to be a one-hit wonder. He's going to have multiple stage three, potentially even multiple final stage appearances before his career is over. Um, and he's going to end up being one of the top competitors on the show if he's not already. I'd argue that even in just one tournament, he's already um, somewhere in between the top five and top 10 competitors on the show right now. And he's only going to be rising from there. All right, next up, we've got Yusuke Goto. I don't even know if Goto is going to come back, but if he does, number 29. Like I said, I don't know if he's going to come back. He's failed over and over again. He has never gotten to stage three um, in 4 appearances on Sasuke, 38 through 41. So who knows if he's even gonna be coming back? Who knows if he's gonna get invited back? I sure hope he does because, um, I mean, he's definitely got something to prove. I'll say that. And then we've got Shinsuke Nagasaki, another guy that I could probably use a random number generator for, but now I'm gonna give him number 70. I believe that he got number 61 this uh, past in Sasuke 41. He got number 61, and then he withdrew because of injury. So but hopefully he's back now. Hopefully he's going to be healthy because it does seem like he's kind of had a little bit, that's just the slightest bit of a resurgence in his career. I'm not saying it's anything crazy. Like, I'm not saying that, oh, Shinsuke's a threat to win, but he has had a little bit of a resurgence. He's gotten to stage two the past 2 times he's competed. I mean, to be fair, those were on absolutely just nerfed courses, but Shinsuke number 70, I can see it. And next up, we got the Sasuke SpongeBob, Ryoichi Sukada. I'm going to give him, he's going to run right after Shinsuke, number 71 here. Um, he only got number 74 last tournament, which is kind of crazy because he's outside of, I think, something like 30, I think it was, yeah, 32, where he got like number 11 or number 21 or something like that. He has He's gotten a number in the 80s pretty much every time he's competed, but he got in the 70s last year. I think that trend's going to continue. Um, and like I said, the last 20 slots are just so loaded. There's even celebrities who are probably capable of doing better than Sukata now that are going to be in that last 20. Next up, we've got um, probably one of the more entertaining runs of Sasuke 41, delivered by this man right here, Jun Sato. Um, he's probably going to showboat on stage one if it ends up just being, a really easy course again. But results aside, I'm going to say number 76. Um, he got that last year, and he's probably going to be part of that annual 70s Clear Digest. Um, Same thing with Tomohiro Muto here, who's gotten to stage three, I believe, all three times. He's been on the show 39, 40, 41. I'm going to say number 77 for him right after June, part of that Clear Digest. Yusuke Suzuki, the new Sasuke Sensei, I'm going to say number 79, annual 70s Clear Digest, but honestly, I don't know if they're actually, they might, um, he might, I think there's a good chance that he ends up failing stage one too because he's really, really, not really, really, but he's getting up there in age. He's probably like, he might be 47 now or something like that. Um, so yeah, he's getting too old. Now Yuki Araki, number 78, 70s Clear Digest once again. Keitaro Yamamoto. Now, Keitaro Yamamoto tied with Yusuke and Miyaoka for first. And like Miyaoka, he's proven over the past two tournaments, 40 and 41, that he's a major threat to win it all. So I'm going to give him number 98. By far his highest number to date. Um, hopefully this higher number, hopefully they take note of his recent performances and give him an extremely high number because he's honestly probably the number four and number five competitor in Sasuke right now. And maybe some may argue even the number three. So next up, we've got Yutaka Kian, celebrity again. Honestly, gotten close to clearing stage one, number 83. Um, has worn numbers in this range since Sasuke 38. I think there's been like a 78 in there. There's been probably an 82. There might have been an 80 mixed in there somewhere. So yeah. Next up though is fellow Golden Bomber Kenji Darvish. I'm gonna say running right before Kian at number 82. They ran back to back in Sasuke 41, and Darvish has had a history of getting the number 82. He got it in Sasuke 31, got it in 41, I believe, got it in 33. So yeah, he's no stranger to this number. Um, so I could easily see a Nui putting him here again. All right, next up we have the top female Japanese competitor, unless Hikaru Izumi comes back, that is, which is Ayano Ushima. I'm gonna say she runs right after Kian at number 84. Um, she's gotten numbers in this range multiple times now. Um, Sasuke 39, she had 82. Sasuke 40, she had 82, and then last year she had 83. So I'm gonna say, honestly, pretty predictable that she stays in this early to mid 80s range. So I'm gonna say 84. Hikaru Iwamoto, um, number 88. He's pretty much a shoe-in. He's the only shoe-in for any number in the tournament besides Yusuke. And he's gotten 88 for four straight tournaments now. So it's basically just hand the number 88 spot to Iwamoto. It's pretty much a given. Next up, we've got Takeru. I'm going to say number 81. He's pretty much always gotten a number in the 80s, and it's not changing since he's a well-known celebrity, obviously a pro boxer, pro athlete. So he's going to stay in the 80s range, probably. So yeah, 81. And then Rio Matachi, I've got running right before him at number 80. Because the end of stage one is just going to be absolutely packed with names, I got to move Rio back a little bit. And honestly, like if somebody like yeah, if Suzuki clears, then he's gonna be part of that clear digest most likely too. Next up, we've got Tomohiro Kawaguchi. Um, hear me out. This might be a little bit of a hot take, but I'm going number 87. They've been giving nine numbers in the 90s for God knows how long now, since his final stage appearance, since the tournament after that, so 31 all the way to now, so pretty much a decade straight. Um, but there's a larger number of competitors now than at a lot of than most other points in Sasuke history that can realistically can achieve Kansen Seiha. Um, so I'm saying that to make room for those guys, he's gonna get pushed out of the 90s range for the first time in a decade, and he's gonna get number 87. Next up, we've got an American. We got Daniel Gill. I'm gonna say number 89. He could be a threat to win, maybe be the first foreigner ever to Kansen. But again, he gets pushed back because there's so many others moving up. Like I said, Miyaoka moved up, uh, Keitaro moved up, those type of guys. And next up, we have got another foreigner, this time from Germany. We've got Rene Cassily. I'm gonna give him the number right after Gill at number 90. He ran right after Gill um, last year. And like I said, he could be a threat to win, but it's just the same story as Daniel. There's some guys that are moving past who have, been working at Sasuke for quite a while. Um, there's definitely a couple of Japanese guys who are moving past and into that 90s range, so him and Daniel get pushed back, but still very respectable number for Renee at number 90. Next up, we've got All-Star Shingo Yamamoto, and um, perfect attendance. He's gonna get number 92. He's pretty much always gotten a number in the 90s, minus like a handful of exceptions. I think Sasuke 35 was an was an exception. 35 and 36, I think, were both exceptions. Maybe 37. 29 was an exception, I believe. Um, but yeah, he's pretty much always getting a number in the 90s, and especially now where they put so much into the All Stars now that like they are the Titans, they're the legends of the show. And next up, we've got Mr. Sasuke Katsumi Yamada. I'm going to go with Yamada number 94. Same story as Shingo, and knew he's going to keep him at a very high number since he's an absolute legend of the show, absolute titan of the show. And next up, we've got another titan of the show. Some people call him the GOAT, Makoto Nagano. He's going to run right after Yamada, I believe, at number 95. Same story as Shingo and Yamada. He's an all-star no matter how bad, no matter how much his career may decline. He's still going to get thrown in the 90s purely based on his results from many years back now. Absolute legend, Makoto Nagano. Keep him in the 90s. Um, I'm actually all right with like them keeping all-stars in the 90s because they are the legends of the show. So you might as well keep them there for old time's sake. Yuji Urishihara, number 93. Yeah, he did break his own clear record on stage 2, but he had number 97 last year, and there's others that have passed him, and they do deserve a higher number. So he gets pushed back just a little bit from that number 97 that he had last year, and he gets number 93. All right. Next up, we've got Sasuke 37 and Sasuke 40 finalist Tetsuya Tada. I'm going to give Tada number 96 here. He's still a great competitor. I know that he doesn't like high numbers because of the pressure that comes with them, but he has been a threat to Kansen ever since his breakout back in Sasuke 36. So he's going to be kept in the 90s. The only reason I had to move him down from to 96 from 98 last year is because Keitaro and Miyaoka both outperformed him this past year. Yoshiyuki Yamamoto is our penultimate competitor here, and he is going to be the penultimate runner, according to my prediction. He's getting number 99. Even though he didn't even touch the new vertical limit burst last year. Yoshiyuki is still almost the second biggest threat to Kanzen. You know, behind Yusuke, he's the number two competitor in Sasuke right now. Um, so he gets the second highest number. And last but not least, Yusuke Morimoto. I'm gonna get this one over with. Number 100. There's no other number he could possibly get. I don't know where else I would possibly put in other than number 100. It's the shoo-in. If you're gonna get a prediction right in these number predictions, if you're gonna get one prediction right, it's gonna be Yusuke. It'll be his 10th straight tournament wearing number 100, and it's very clear that if somebody is gonna get past the burst this year in 42, it's gonna be Yusuke. But that is it. So let's go ahead. Sorry about that, guys. Um, I had to turn my camera back on. But that is going to do it for the stream today. Um, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of new format that I had going on here. It was really cool to do something like this for the first time. I actually really enjoy these number predictions. I've been doing them every year, I believe. I don't know if I posted them on YouTube, but I've been doing them since Sasuke 35, I believe. So 6 years now. Um, Always been a blast. Even if it's not quite Sasuke season yet, doing the number predictions video is always so fun. And I was glad that I was able to do it in this kind of different format this time, just to spice things up. And I hope you guys like this too. Um, but whether it's in the chat and I just didn't see it, or it's gonna be in the comments section once this live stream actually goes up. I want to hear you guys' number predictions for Sasuke 42 as well. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed.